Before we look at adding and subtracting algebraic fractions, I always like to just do a quick review of adding and subtracting ordinary arithmetic fractions. And I think the big issue is why do you need common denominators in order to add or subtract fractions? You ever thought about that? Well, let's look at a problem. Let's take 1/3 plus 1/5. Okay. I'm going to represent 1/3 as being 1/3 of this bar. So this is 1/3. And then 1/5 will be 1/5 of a similar bar. So let's see. That's pretty close. Alright, so here's 1/5. So how come you just don't add 1/5 and 1/3 and get 2/8 or something like that? Okay. Well, our problem is, here's the amazing thing, is that the rule about using common denominators is strictly based on algebra principles. The principle that we can only add quantities that are like terms. For example, I can add 2 pens plus 1 pen, and I'll get 3 pens. However, I can't add 2 pens and 1 eraser. What do I get? I get 2 pens and 1 eraser. It's like adding 2x plus y. I can't get anything. I can't simplify that. Whereas if I had 2x plus 1x, I would get 3x. So, you know, that works everywhere you go. That we only combine terms. Combining means adding or subtracting terms that are alike, have the same units. Well, in algebra, when you talk about combining like terms, you're talking about terms that have the same variable parts. But in otherwise, in real life, we only add like terms when they have like units. Like you know, 2 dogs plus 3 dogs is 5 dogs, for example. But 2 houses plus 3 people is 2 houses plus 3 people. Alright, so what we have here is an attempt to combine unlike terms. I have 1/3 of a bar and 1/5 of a bar. And they're not alike, so I don't have 2 things that I can combine together because they're unlike terms. So it's like adding an x and a y. They're unlike terms. So how do we handle that? Well, we deal with that by creating like terms. So if I take this bar and divide it up into 15 equal pieces, there we go, then we have now 5 1/15 pieces, which is 5/15. And if I do the same down here, I'm trying to match the lines up above there, then I've got 3 1/15 bars, or 3/15. Okay, so now we've created a common term, 1/15. So literally, we have 5 of these 1/15, 5 of those, and we have 3 more down below, plus 3 1/15. So you see what we've done is we've changed the units so that we do have common terms, and we can combine. So I have 5 of these 1/15 plus 3 more of those 1/15 is 8 of those 1/15 pieces. And of course this would be written as 8/15. So, you know, I realize ordinarily we'd write 1/3 plus 1/5 is 5/15 plus 3/15 equals 8/15. But I wanted you to see the breakdown here. And so, and the 15 is the common denominator. Well, the common denominator is how we create those like units or like terms. And so that's you probably understand more now about adding fractions, why we need common denominators than, oh, I don't know, 99% of the population. And so, because I don't think very many people have really thought about that. It's just one of those big rules that you're supposed to learn and not question. So, but that's the reason for the rule. And now we're going to apply this to algebra fractions.